Hello everyone, my name is Barmani and today I'm going to be making hot process liquid soap. So stick around and I'll be showing you this DIY project. When making hot process liquid soap, some of the supply and materials that you're going to need are distilled water, olive oil. Here I have extra virgin olive oil, but you can use regular olive oil. Coconut oil, potassium hydroxide. For liquid soap you use potassium hydroxide. For bar soap you want to use sodium hydroxide. A stick blender, a food scale to measure out all of your ingredients, a spatula and a spoon, a crock pot, or you can make this in a pot on the stove. But if you're going to use a crock pot, this crock pot can only be used for making soap. If you're making soap with the crock pot, do not use it to cook food in it. And some fragrance oils. Here I have jasmine, bay rum, bamboo teak, vanilla. Oh, and you're going to need a laser thermometer to keep track of the temperature. So there are the supply. Let's get started in making hot process liquid soap. I'm going to start out by measuring 20 ounces of olive oil. I balanced the scale out to 0 and I want 20 ounces. There, I got exactly 20 ounces. I got some good luck on this one. Now I'm going to measure out 13 ounces of coconut oil. Well, I got 13.02. I'm going to put some back. Now I'm going to add 8 ounces of potassium hydroxide. Now when making liquid soap, you use potassium hydroxide. With bar soap, you use sodium hydroxide. I'm going to add 16 ounces of distilled water. Now I'm going to take the 8 ounces of sodium hydroxide and put it into the 16 ounces of distilled water. And I got a little chemical reaction you can see there. I'm going to measure out the temperature. The combination of the distilled water and the sodium hydroxide, you can see it says that it's 192.2 degrees Fahrenheit, so this is pretty hot. The 8 ounces of sodium hydroxide and the 16 ounces of distilled water, so I'm going to add that in here to the crock pot. And if you're making liquid, if you're making bar soap, you have to wait till it cools down. The water and the light cool down to add it in. But when making liquid soap, you don't have to, you can just add it right on in. And I'm going to whisk that in, make sure it's whisked very well. The stick blender will help this come to trace quicker. This is going to be a very long and extensive process, so make sure you set aside the necessary time needed. This is going to take anywhere from a good 6 to 8 hours. A stick blender will help you move this process along quicker, and if you add glycerin, that could help move the process along much quicker, but I'm not going to add glycerin. I'm going to use an old-fashioned recipe. Continue to blend this mixture until you get it out of this liquid phase. How quick you can get it out of the liquid phase and help it comes to trace depends on the type of oils you use. If you supplement a homemade hot process liquid soap recipe with coconut oil, that can help it come to trace quicker. And if you do not use coconut oil, then how quick the soap comes to trace will be much different. I had to bring out another stick blender because the other stick blender I was using died out. Now we're in the mashed potato phase, so you want to keep stirring until you can no longer stir with the stick blender, and also you want to keep an eye on this and make sure it doesn't overflow or boil out of the crock pot. Commercial hygiene products contain harmful toxic chemicals such as synthetic colors, DA, parabens, ethanol, sodium lauryl sulfate, amongst many others. Your body receives toxins from commercial products in increments, which leads to adverse health effects. That's why homemade products are a must, not only to avoid the toxins of commercial products, but it's great to pick up the skill. This is a skill that no one can take from you, and it is a skill that human beings once had that we lost through industrialization and modernization, because it is so convenient to go to the store and purchase a commercial hygiene product than it is to make it yourself. The mixture is starting to become more of a paste. Continue to cook on high heat. Lower heat settings will prolong this process. Now we are in the taffy phase in the life of the liquid soap paste. So what you want to do here is continue to stir it and make sure that the heat is equally distributed throughout the entire paste so it can be cooked evenly. We are about 3 hours in, 5 to 6 hours you can check for the clear mug test. If you notice what may appear to be burnt spots within the soap paste, don't worry, as this will all be resolved when you add distilled water at the end. Now we're going to do the clear mug test. Take 1 part of soap paste to 2 parts water, and if the results come out clear, then the soap paste is ready. We got a clear result, so we can let this sit overnight before we dilute this soap paste. Now I'm going to add distilled water to the entire soap paste. You can put part of it in the refrigerator in a Ziploc bag and come back to it when you get ready, but I'm going to dissolve the entire paste. I have the soap paste dissolving on the keep warm setting in the crock pot. I still have some chunks left and a layer of skin on top to dissolve, so at this time I'm going to add more distilled water. It looks like the soap paste has been completely dissolved except for this layer of skin on top, but if you run into this problem, it can be easily resolved by adding more distilled water. This is exactly what we've been waiting for, homemade hot process liquid soap. Now, here I have nearly a gallon of homemade liquid soap, hot process liquid soap. And here I have these cute little individual bottles here in my funnel. I have some vanilla fragrance oil here. Oh, this homemade liquid soap is making my hands slippery. Oh, it smells wonderful in here. This one I'm going to put some bay rum in here. If you want to know where you can find these products so you can make your own homemade hot process liquid soap, then click on the affiliate links in the description box below. DIY. If you like this DIY video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and feel free to share it. Follow me on Instagram for more do-it-yourself content. Stay tuned for the next video, and thanks for watching.